What's up, everybody? We are live today, and Ashan here is it's from Sri Lanka, and it's 12:30 from there, and like 5 p.m. Melbourne time. We are here sharp at 5 p.m. So today, we thought of coming live, and we want to do the mindset topic and bring value to your day. So today, we want to talk about like everybody has been born with a gift. That's the topic we are going to be talking about. But like at the end of the day, it's your job to work hard at making sure your gift will be like the thing you want to think you end up becoming. So Ashan here will be talking about like his experience as well, because he did recently did the prep and I'm actually on my prep. So we are have going through experience. So one of the things we are going to be talking of deep diving into our experience and like how we actually end up like knowing ourselves much better. And that's one of the things like we actually end up finding like as a journey in a natural bodybuilder. So Ashan, like how's things going over there, and like how you doing, and how's off season doing overall? Like, are you enjoying more food? You've got more calories
Uh,
now, but like, it's not like last time because
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that's the difference.
So,
So what is the difference? Tell me about 2019 and 2022, Ashan. Like, what is the difference between the two versions during the off seasons?
yeah, I think the biggest difference is 10 kilos and 2.5, right?
Yes.
Because by this time in 2019, I still remember these numbers because it's one of the biggest mistakes
Yeah.
I've ever done. My
Yes.
stage weight was 59, and I was almost at 69. 2 weeks later, because all I
Yes.
did was eating. I mean, I thought that working out and eating more was going to help me in some
Yes.
way, whereas
Yeah.
the science really says something else.
Yeah.
But this time my stage weight was 60
Mm-hmm.
on show day, but now I'm at 62.5, 63,
Exactly.
somewhere around that. So
Yes.
really, really proud of myself for that. I'm extremely proud of myself for competing and getting those places also. But this was a huge thing because
Yes.
because you work really hard to get into this shape, and once you open the floodgates, you just lose it. But this
Yes.
time, I feel like because post comp, if you can maintain this, I feel it's a good mindset, and I feel like more than physically, I have grown mentally as well. So that is actually a plus point. Even I didn't believe that I could do this, because you know how it is once a competition is over. You just see food and that's it. That's all.
Yes.
But this
Yes.
time, I still say no. I still
Yeah.
can say no for certain foods, and I
Yeah.
think the diet is also almost the same.
Yeah.
Like what I used to follow. I was at 1,400, but now I'm at 2,000 to 1,900, somewhere around that, and it's a good range. I feel like my
Yes.
energy is coming back, and we'll see how it's going to go from here onwards. I just don't want to lose my shape.
Exactly. So, like, even I have made mistakes when I actually competed, like, first few times. Like, I always,
Yeah.
what I did was I had like 10, 15 donuts, and like, I gained, I didn't actually technically gain weight, but I could have bought like a better physique if I didn't do that. So,
Yes.
one
True.
thing we actually say, like, after competition now is the fact that, like, you should never like binge like crazy or let the floodgates open, because when you open the floodgates, like what you worked hard for, like even though if you win, like you end up like losing all of them, and some of them like might not even actually get back in shape. Some people
Yeah.
I have seen it as examples, like people have ended up being like gone to like the wrong direction. Like that's something like I have seen like people like have actually associated with like in the gym, like those who have actually prepped and went on like a very restrictive diet and managed to like do everything, but ended up like losing shape and like losing
Yeah.
shape overall. So this is like what we do not want to like end up happening to anyone. So anyway, like today's topic is about like everybody here is born with a gift. The reason why like people actually don't actually end up like using that gift is because they don't actually believe in themselves. Number one, the reason is always not believing in themselves. So as coaches, what we do is just helping people make sure they believe in themselves first. I know there's science, there's a lot of things which work, but at the end of the day, but if your mindset is not at the right place, like you're not like focused, or you don't actually take the actions we tell you to take, you end up not achieving the goals. So this is where it's very important, like for you to like have goals and make sure you take like all the plans which has been given. So one of the common things like of people who have actually ended up winning is like they never deviated the plan which has been given. So I recently listened to Phil Heath, the seven-time Mr. Olympia, came into a show on a podcast, and one of the things he said, like the reason why he was asked once that, okay, one of the things, don't you actually feel like when you are alone, like during the prep, don't you feel like you can have that like small bonus or like whatever the things you like the small things because nobody's watching you, right? We can do that, but do why don't you do that? Like one of the things he said was the fact that I don't want the next guy to tick all those boxes, and I came in second, or I didn't end up becoming what I could have been because of that. So I just do not want that. Like that's the reason why, that's the mindset of a normal bodybuilder. Like it applies to even the natural person and the enhanced person. It's a dedication you got to take. So as coaches, like one of the things we have experienced is like making sure they actually understand they are born with it. So I'm not talking about just bodybuilding, so many other things. Like some of them might end up doing something totally different while being healthy, because when you are like losing fat or like going through that journey, what happens is you end up knowing yourself better. You'll be more there, because recently we worked with this amazing female client. Like I must say, like I'm so proud of like her achievement, because
Yeah.
I haven't like posted it, but like we just want to say is the fact that like, she lost about 15 kilos last 4 weeks. Week 1, the person who actually came is not the person who's actually on week 12. It's a total different mindset. The person who used to feel like I can't is like saying like I'm not complaining anymore, I'm gonna get this done, like I'm gonna lose this. So it's the mindset shift which happens in a fat loss journey, which is actually crucial. That's what you need to apply to life in order to achieve other things as well, right? So Ashan, like tell us about your experience, because one of the things you said like during your prep was like you wanted to be uh, one of the things I always say, like when I compete, now I say like I want to win. The reason why we say that is not to being an arrogant asshole or anything. It's just that it's not about winning at the end of the day. It's about you becoming the best you can be. You the best, ultimate best. That's when that's what when your coach says like you're ready. I know we all plan to win, but at the end of the day, it's about having a realistic goal. So um, winning is one of the things I why I wanted to say that is because it's important to like always aim higher and reach the destination you want to reach. So Ashan here said like 12 weeks before the show
Yeah.
that he wanted to be top 5, and it changed it to top 4. And where did you end up becoming at the end of the day, like Ashan? Do you remember? Do you want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
talk about it?
exactly. So I remember telling you that I did four divisions and I want to place in the top four in all, right? So that was more like my realistic goal because I mean I started working with you just 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
as we always discuss, I mean I always keep 3 to 4 years in my tank, knowing that that is where I'm going to achieve my peak physique. But
Mhm.
though it was my target, my every gym session, every rep, every set was to be number one. Because if I
Yes.
don't have my mindset, let's say even when I go to workout, if I still keep saying that, okay, I'm going to be in the top four, I'm not going to push as much as I should, right?
Yes.
But whereas, at the end of the day, you need to be realistic as well, because when you go there, there are so many guys, who've been, training for 20, 25 years. So compared to them,
Yes.
I'm way behind, right? But when you train, you just got to, have that mindset. I mean, even Phil Heath, the example which we took, what he says was, line them up, I slay them all, right? So even he says that, he does that to get the best out of it, right? Not to disrespect anyone or anything
Yes.
as such,
Nobody.
because and also the surprising thing about the gift is if you don't work your gift, okay, it is going to turn into your downfall, because we have seen so many bodybuilders, they're genetically gifted, they're good, I mean naturally they're good, but when you compare them from last year to this year, all they have is that gift, they haven't improved, right? Whereas someone else, who is not that gifted, who has who has extreme willpower, has moved really forward, right? And they
Yes.
even beat them in years to come. So
Yeah.
it's good to have a gift, it's good to identify your gift, but if you don't work on it, that is turning into your downfall, because you know your ego is
Yes.
going to kill you at the end of the day, because you try to get comfortable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every year, if you want to bring your best package, you know, you always have to believe that you know, you're still behind, not in a negative way, but you know, just to bring the best out of yourself, because
Yes.
that is the journey. As you said,
Yes.
we learn out of this and we mature as people, right?
Yes.
So far, that's how it is for me, because I see a huge difference from my first transformation, which I did in 2018, and where I am now. And I just want to, you know, keep improving, to take it as a journey and enjoy at the end of the day. You really have to enjoy the pain as well, the pain of dieting, doing cardio, that irritating feeling you get. Okay, I still have 2,000 more steps left. You know, just
Yes.
keep
I,
going with
I
it.
have another 1,500 less for the day. Yeah, so it's actually a very
I
irritating
have a
feeling. So speaking of what Ashan said, like it's all about like making sure you work hard at the gift you are given with. Some of them will not never end up actually finding that they ever had a gift. They just don't, because they just don't believe in themselves. So what I am
exactly.
telling you today is just always believe in yourself that you have a gift. You are special in some way, not just bodybuilding, something else, maybe singing or something else. So just make sure you work hard at it. Like one day something will actually stick. So that's what I wanted to put it out there today. And speaking of certain things, like Ashan said, like working hard at it is like one of the things I have to do and Ashan had to do. Now, not working hard, but still like doing what the process he's supposed to do. But like during the prep,
Yes.
like one thing you have been told is to do steps, you do cardio, you do training, so many things for a longer period of time. Sometimes it's 6 months. So this time what I'm doing is I'm going beyond what I've actually ever gone with my physique, because what I've come across with the weight is like this right now where I'm at. I'm happy with it. Like this is where I usually competed, but what I'm taking my body is like beyond that level. Because if I want to like bring my best, like compete and win, come for what I'm after, like I just have to go beyond what I've ever done, what I've never done. So that's where I'm pushing myself on a daily basis, because I believe I have a gift, and I'm working hard at
Yes.
it on a daily basis. So that's what I do as a coach as well. That's what Ashan do as coaches, as a coach of Team Empire as well, like for the past 5 years, and we've been like changing lives ever since. So that's it for today, and hope you guys got value out of today's topic, today's live, and hope that actually helped you like make yourself feel better and understand that you are special. So that's it for today, and we are going to bring more lives in the coming few days, and we are going to be talking about more educational topics, and hope you listen to this, and have a great day and enjoy the rest of the day, and make sure you guys work hard on the gift you have. See you. Let's
Yep.
go, let's talk.
You guys soon.